Toes in unless it's painful, calf on, relax your knee. Folding to the fence will prevent you from standing, and like many others, you round your back on landing. Shorten your rein so you don't have to sit as far back in order to maintain contact with your horse. The horse doesn't seem to be rushing, but at the same time I see that you're trying to resist your horse on the way to the fence. Resist your horse in your hips by rotating your pelvis up in order to engage your core, half halting your elbows with a shorter rein, and then your back won't round on the other side of the fence while you try to maintain contact. And as I've said in other videos, transfer your weight and your balance into your hips at the top of the fence so that when you land, your heels are forward, your hips are back, your back is straight, and your hands are on the crest. Therefore, if you ever want to do an auto release, your balance and your weight is in your hips over your horse. It's just like using your legs and core to lift. You don't want to use your back. So far, this course looks well navigated. I also greatly appreciate that you seem to have an understanding that jumpers isn't about running your horse off its feet and flying over the jumps as quickly as possible. Yes, it is based on time, but it is also based on cleanliness. I like that you're doing big loopy circles and paying attention to your horse's approach, because in the end, you'll be able to cut time by cutting corners, making turns, and then you can open your horse's stride once they are balanced. Because an unbalanced horse throws himself over fences, and that's when you end up with faults when you take a rail. So now that you're closer here, I would like to see you soften and fold at the base instead of restricting your horse more at the base. So resist your horse out of the turn, make sure that you have both sides of its body, both sides of its neck, but then as you get closer to the base, what you have out of the turn is what you're taking to that fence. So right here, start to close your hip angle, but keep your shoulders tall. You have great posture and your horse is naturally uphill. Would like to see your horse less reliant on your hands holding him to the base. Change your approach and add some lateral.